Hi kids, Mr. Biter here.
Mr. Ebsary here.
We're going to do a fun activity for you today, kind of connected to Black History Month. This is going to be an African American spiritual. And you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. All right? We're going to be folding some paper airplanes, so hopefully you know how to fold paper airplanes. And this is a song called Now Let Me Fly. So let's just play it once through for them. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air, way down yonder in the middle of the field. See me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Up high, way in the middle of the air. So this song, it comes from kind of a sad time in our history, but it doesn't sound sad, does it? This is what's called an African American spiritual. And these songs were meant to uplift, they were meant to give people hope. This song came from a time when people were trying to escape slavery. Slavery would have been when people owned other people. That's just, it's hard for me to imagine anything like that, but through these songs we can kind of put ourselves in that place a little bit. And sometimes when people were living like this, they would just try to escape. They would have to run hundreds of miles through forests and across streams and away from people that were hunting them down. And it was really a terrible situation. But at the end of that trip, sometimes they would find freedom. They would find a place where they were able to be free and they didn't have to face life like that anymore. And this song would have been sort of a hopeful song of, now let me fly, let me be free, right? And so the chorus is just a happy, hopeful, now let me fly, right? So I'll teach it to you, okay?
Great.
You sing it back. You guys too, ready? Now let me fly.
Now let me fly.
Now let me fly.
Now let me fly.
Now let me fly way up high.
Now let me fly way up high,
Way in the middle of the air.
way in the middle of the air.
Now, they didn't really have the ability to fly away, but they kind of dreamed that would have been the best way to escape, right? Because nobody would have had airplanes or anything like that if they could have just gone off in a flying horse or a chariot or something like that, and just they would have been gone, right? And life wasn't so simple, and the journey wasn't so simple. It was much more difficult than that. But that was sort of the dream, that they could have just gotten in a chariot. You know what a chariot is?
I do know what a chariot is. They're
Tell me
so
what you
cool.
know.
So it's pulled by horses. So maybe one horse, maybe a bunch of horses, but the horse pulls. It's like a little cart, and so there's ropes from the horse to the cart, and you'd stand in the back of the cart, and you can and drive the horse, and they go pretty fast.
Oh yeah, they would actually have races with chariots, like way back in like ancient Rome and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so it was meant not for like carrying a lot of stuff like a carriage or something like that, or a sleigh, but for speed, just for getting somewhere super fast. They have races in them and things like that. But how do they go along? Do you know? What do they have to have on the bottom?
You need to have wheels, of course, on the cart.
Right. Horses don't need wheels.
No,
they have
no.
legs.
They got over.
But the wheels have to be on there. And so if you had a chariot and then the wheels broke, right? Right?
Sure.
Then what would happen?
Chariot wouldn't work.
Right.
You'd drag and
Just
fall over.
scraping down. Right, like that. So you'd have to fix the wheels. And it would happen a lot because they didn't have nice tires and things like that. They were all like wooden wheels. So when they hit the rocks and hit ditches and things like that, the wheels would always break. And it was a real pain in the neck fixing these wheels. You'd have to take them all apart and shave new spokes for them out of wood and put them all back together. It took a long time to fix the wheels, but that was the only way that the chariot would work. So let's see if we can do the verse for them.
Yeah.
It sounds like this. Ready? Now way down yonder in the middle of the field, see me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. way down yonder in the middle of the field, see me working at the chariot wheel. That means fixing it. See me trying to fix the chariot wheel. Do I look happy?
You don't.
Probably not so
Not
happy,
while you're working
right?
at the chariot wheel.
I can't fit the thing in there to get the right size for the spokes and all that. And it says, not so particular about working at the wheel. It means I don't really like fixing wheels,
Yeah.
but I just want to see how the chariot feels. That means, but I know I have to fix the wheel in order to go, right?
Yeah.
So we're
And
gonna
you
do.
want, and it's fun to ride in the chariot.
Oh yeah, you got to get out. And so calling back to the history of this song, same thing. It wouldn't have been so much fun trying to escape, but what's at the end, the freedom, would have been worth it, right? And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make some paper airplanes. Now, I don't like making paper airplanes.
No.
Sometimes they don't fly very well.
You get paper cuts.
I do get paper cuts.
Yeah.
Sometimes the folds don't like line up the way I want, and I get frustrated.
Yeah.
But you know what I do like doing? Flying paper airplanes.
Yes.
But you can't fly a paper airplane until you
You make it.
make a paper airplane.
You're not
All
so
right.
particular about making.
No, I'm not so particular about making them, but I like flying them. So, I make them pretty simple. I just do some, whatever, however you make paper airplanes. I'm not going to teach you how to do that because there's a million different ways to do it. So, boy, I don't even know how to do it. Maybe I'll fold it in half.
How about while you fold your paper airplane, I'll sing the song.
Okay, yeah.
Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air, way down yonder in the middle of the field. See me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly 2 airplanes. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air, way down yonder in Mr. Ebser's classroom. See me working at the paper airplane. Not so particular about making paper airplanes, but I just can't wait to see it fly. Now let me fly.
Got 2 done. They're
Now
terrible.
let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air.
All right, these are some bad paper. It turns out I don't really know how to make paper airplanes like that, but I'm gonna see if they fly anyway. And we're gonna have a. Oh, this one's really bad. Yeah. So.
It's like something from Star Wars.
But it's got. While we sing the "Now Let Me Fly," we're gonna do a motion with that, and then you'll take a turn. Okay.
Okay.
So the first part says "Now let me fly." Do you notice anything about the notes there?
Now let me fly. Oh, the notes are melody's going down.
Yeah. Now let me fly. We can fly low. And then the second one goes, "Now let me fly." We're gonna go way up high for that one, right?
Yeah.
But then the next 2 go, "Now let me fly way up high." They kind of go,
Let me fly. Yeah.
just like my paper airplanes are probably going to go because I didn't build them that well. So it's not like they're going to fly forever. So I'll just kind of go, "Now let me fly." So the first one, hopefully you'll see it just kind of,
Yeah.
and then way up high, I'll throw the next one. And then way in the middle of the air.
Yeah.
All right.
So for the first part of the song, now let me fly, you just hold your paper airplane down. Now let me fly, and you hold the other one up. And then you get ready to throw some.
Yeah.
Now let me fly way up high.
Okay,
All
we
right.
got this, right? Here we go.
Now let me fly. Now let me fly.
Here it comes.
Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air, way down yonder in the middle of the field. See me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air.
Why don't you make them this
I'd
time?
love to, yeah,
And then you
yeah.
guys can do it while Mr. Ebser is working here. You can make your paper airplanes as well, or you can stop the video and make some really good ones. I don't know if you're much good at making paper airplanes.
I don't have much practice with this. I don't really like doing it. I'm not so particular about it, but I love to see it fly.
Wouldn't you like to have one that worked really good though?
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah. Sometimes you see one and just. Yeah.
It makes it all worth it.
All right, I'll sing. You guys make your paper airplanes. Try to sing along with me with the "Let Me Fly" part at least, right? Now let me fly. Now let me fly. way up high, way in the middle of the air. Way down yonder in the middle of the field, see me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air. You got one, Doug.
Got one.
See, way down yonder in the middle of the field, see Mr. Epstein making paper airplanes. Not so particular about making paper airplanes, just wants to see how they fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air.
Oh, you beat me.
Oh, these are masterpieces. Masterpieces. Look at this.
Wow.
This looks like an accordion of some kind.
It's upside down.
Oh. Wow.
There it is.
Okay. That's like
this one's not gonna fly so well. Maybe
it's
a
gonna
couple.
be fast. It's
There
gonna be
it is.
super fast. Okay. And then what do you?
This
about
is
your other one?
this is probably my better
Oh,
one. Look
that's
at
gonna
that.
go
Go
great,
slick.
All right. You ready to fly? Remember how to do it?
Now let me fly. Go hold
Now
this
let
one.
me fly way down low. Yeah.
And now let
let
me
me
fly.
fly.
And I take the other one
It's
up
gonna
way
be
up.
Now let me fly way up.
high.
Yeah, shoot them back that way so they can see where they go. Because just in case they fly like super good, we want to see how far they go.
Careful,
right?
it might fly through the window all the way over to your house. I don't know. Might.
If you look out the window, you might see
Yeah.
paper airplanes. Ready?
Yeah.
Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Here they go. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air. Way down yonder in the middle of the field, see me working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.